Greetings everyone! Welcome back to my channel. This is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. Republicans in the House of Representatives want to vote again for the massive bipartisan infrastructure package. Everyone, please make sure to watch until the end of this video to learn how to enter my Walmart gift card giveaway. House Republicans could face increased pressure to vote against a bipartisan infrastructure package when they return to Washington later this month, with outside groups and conservatives already ramping up the campaign against a $1.2 trillion package that they say would be akin to writing Democrats a blank check to restructure the social safety net. The dynamic in the House is far different than the one in the Senate just last month, when 19 Republicans, including Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, voted to pass legislation that enables the rebuilding of America's roads and bridges, bolsters the nation's broadband network, and gives Republicans and Democrats alike a rare opportunity to point to a bipartisan accomplishment on the campaign trail next fall. For House Republicans, voting yes on the bipartisan bill later this month could be far more of a liability. The former president has urged members to vote against it. Members of the House Freedom Caucus have threatened to campaign against GOP colleagues who vote yes. And outside conservative groups like the Club for Growth have already alerted members that they are urging a no vote. Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has already threatened to campaign against her weak Republican colleagues who backed the $1.2 trillion package, said GOP lawmakers should be shamed and never voted for again if they support the plan. Texas Representative Chip Roy said he agreed, calling it absurd that 19 Senate Republicans backed the bill. Even the top 10 Republican, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy of California, has made clear he's opposed to the bipartisan bill in its current form, potentially forecasting an effort by leadership to sink the bill completely. So everyone, what are your thoughts about what's going on? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Members and aides say it is too early to know exactly how many Republican members could vote to advance the legislation, or how much of a fight leadership will put up to defeat it. But aides so far predict that the number of GOP votes in play would just be a few dozen. Unlike in the Senate, where the bipartisan bill received a standalone vote weeks before a bigger, Democratic-only proposal was ready in the House, the bipartisan bill is expected to come around the same time as Democrats prepare to vote on legislation that will expand federal health care programs, raise taxes, and reimagine the social safety net. In order to satisfy her caucus, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi pledged early on not to move the bipartisan infrastructure bill until the House was finished with the bigger proposal, which Republicans say gave them the opening to argue that the two bills, which are separate proposals, are completely linked. With just a 3-vote margin, Nancy Pelosi has had to thread carefully to secure both moderate and progressive votes on both packages, and has promised moderates that she will bring the bipartisan bill to the floor no later than September 27th of this month. But Republicans are not waiting until then to begin their effort to message against the bill. For months now, the top Republican on the House Ways and Means Committee, Representative Kevin Brady of Texas, has been engaging members directly, arguing how a vote for the bipartisan infrastructure package will unlock the opportunity for Democrats to repeal GOP tax cuts. Republicans on the committee have been operating and working to educate members directly on how a vote for the bipartisan package will enable Democrats in their narrow majority to pass their more sweeping proposals more easily. Democrats are hoping that political benefits of voting yes on the bipartisan infrastructure package will be too tempting for key Republicans to pass up. A poll in August, for example, found that 62% of the public supported the $1.2 trillion package. Everyone, the key word for this video is smile. Please make sure to comment the keyword below to enter my Walmart gift card giveaway. President Biden traveled to New York and New Jersey to survey damage from the remnants of Hurricane Ida, which produced flash flooding in the Northeast as the storm tore through the region last week. The president pointed to the extreme weather as he pushed the need for massive infrastructure spending and addressing the effects of climate change. The president also highlighted the need for more action on climate change. Many scientists have warned that climate change will continue to make weather more extreme. President Biden said he will soon travel to the West Coast to survey the damage from wildfires there. President Biden's visit to the two states come against the backdrop of his administration's broader legislative push to revitalize the nation's infrastructure through a pair of spending packages. Everyone, what are your thoughts on the infrastructure package? Please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here tonight. I greatly and truly appreciate it, and I hope you found some of this information helpful. Please enter my Walmart gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and also commenting below the keyword of the day. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a very blessed Tuesday night.
The reason I'm bothering to do this is I keep hearing on the press, Biden's going to raise your taxes. Anybody making less than $400,000 a year will not pay a single penny in taxes. And we will not increase the deficit either, unlike the last gigantic tax cut, which increased the deficit by $2 trillion. It's about balancing the system and growing the economy. It would mean wealthy investors no longer pay lower marginal tax rates than their secretary pays, the secretary in their office. Do you want to know what that would do? That would take that money and extend the life-changing middle-class tax cut and put it in place for American Rescue Plan and expand child care tax credit to, I mentioned earlier, that's $1,700 in the pockets of family with 2 kids for now through 2025. Look, just closing these loopholes by taxing investment income at the same rate as wages for the wealthiest Americans would have enough to extend this again through 2025. So I ask again, is it more important to keep these tax loopholes for millionaires? They're good people, they're not bad folks. Or would we rather put $7,200 in the pockets of working moms and dads every year if they have 2 children? Folks, trickle-down economics has never worked. For too long, we've had an economy that gives every break in the world to the folks who need it the least. It's time to grow the economy from the bottom up and the middle out. We can choose to give hard-working families a break, a tax break in effect. We can choose to invest in our students. We can choose an economy that rewards work, not just wealth, and that chooses the choice I'm making, and the vast majority of American people support, is let's give people a shot. Given even half a chance, the American people have never, ever, ever let their country down. Imagine if we give them a full chance. Imagine what it would mean for them and their families and for our country. We're the United States of America. There's nothing we've been unable to do when we do it together. So let's get together. Let's get this done. Because the truth of the matter is that we can do this and grow the economy. I won't go on all the other statistics, but the plan is estimated to grow the economy another $1 trillion. This will grow the economy. Everybody will be better off. So I want to thank you all for doing your part here to make sure that not only you're educating and giving people a real shot at a real life consistent with their talents and their capacities, not limited because they don't have the money. And we're going to give it to a lot